YouTube as well. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me know in the chat if it's early where you are. It is 7 a.m. my time. Let me just say, I did not become an author so I could get up at 7 a.m. However, it's Nanowrimo Day, right? It's November 1st. This is traditionally the moment where everybody attempts to write 50,000 words in a month. Let us know in the chat if you've ever won Nanowrimo by writing 50,000 words. There's an issue with Rexy. Oh, dear. Oh, no. What is Rexy doing? That's no good. No bueno. Let me check it out. Worst case scenario, I can go use baby Rexy. Maybe. If Rexy's not behaving. Oh, yeah, Rexy's not working. Oh, nope, Rexy's coming up. Okay. What issues are you guys having with Rexy? Oh, it did not redirect. What happened? Let's see here. Well, if Rexy's not working, we are definitely going to have to probably postpone this. Okay, I've managed to log in. I know you guys cannot see my screen, but I'm glad I didn't, because one of the things for Teachable that it did is went right to the like whole admin area. So let me go ahead and pop back into the live so I can see your guys' chats. Can't load new project, infinite refreshing loop. Oh dear, that does not sound good at all. I will go ahead and load Preptober and see if it'll load. Oh dear. Well, okay. This isn't technically the end of the world. I see it won't load projects. Okay, let me see if baby Rexy is doing the exact same thing. And once I log in, I'll share my screen. Okay. So anyway, the purpose of today, okay, then that's not good. Baby Rexy is working. Okay, well, that will allow us to play with some things that people have not seen yet. Projects. Let me see if I can load Preptober. It's not behaving as expected. It's having some issues there. Okay, it loaded the nope, it just keeps trying to load the project over and over and over again. Okay. Well, that is no bueno. And these things happen. So here's what we're going to do. Trying to think here. People have ideas in the chat. Let me know. I could run things manually through ChatGPT and Claude. It would be a lot of copying and pasting, though. Ugh. Because Claude can at most write about 2,000 to 3,000 words at a time. So that would be 26 times, basically, with a mega prompt, hoping that it's going to stay on track. Because we did do the things, I know, but it's my fault, actually. He asked me if he shouldn't fix something last night. And I told him, nah, go ahead and fix it. No big deal, because it's never been a problem before. And now it's a problem. And now I have Dasha. So hold on one second. Okay. So, oh, and the camera turned off again, or whatever. I'm back in the camera. Okay, I'm here. Okay, so quick change, because adaptability is things that authors do. Let's do this. Since Rexy doesn't want to cooperate, let's go ahead and play a little bit with. First, let me go ahead and clear my jump cut, because we're going to need that. All right, so quick pivot, and we're going to use basically the same things that you guys have available to you. And in doing so, we're going to show how what everyone always asks, what's the difference between Rexy and doing it by hand? Well, now we're going to find out. In that we'll probably have Rexy for after the next session, I hope. or at least the afternoon. Yeah, the next session is like at 11. And then also this way we'll get to see exactly what's involved if you want to do this by hand, because that's available to everyone. Okay, so without further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen and we will get started. In the meantime, let me go ahead and get signed into, I'm going to need ChatGPT and I'm going to need OpenAI. If you're wondering why did you just say those two different things, Elizabeth, because they're the same things. They're not the same things. ChatGPT allows a lot of people to just like chat. And then OpenAI gives you access to the playground, which y'all know I love the playground. So we're going to need that. And we'll need Claude Chat, which I have available. Okay, so cool. Now I'm good to go. And why are you whining now, dog? I swear I cannot win today. This is just what it is. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen and get it on the camera here. Share screen. Nope. Yep, we'll do the window. All right, so there is NaNoWriMo in a day. The link to that Notion page should be in the description. If it is not, I will go ahead and share it again. Make sure I didn't get muted or anything like that. Yeah, and Steph, do you mind messaging Joseph just so he'll see it when he first wakes up? Because I can't quite do that. Or Stacy, either one, doesn't matter, or both. It's definitely my fault. Okay, trying to get my mind around what we're doing here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Preptober information here. So this was the Preptober, and we kind of had this picture as an inspiration. We used Dolly 3 to do this. And that was a lot of fun. You can see that entire session on YouTube and part in our live section. So we did do our characters in our story world. We did not do our writing style. I'm not going to worry about the methodological framework really. And so these were like examples to expand each act. To find my actual assets, I go to my series page, which is Preptober. Usually when we're using Rexy, everything just auto writes to the page. So you can see in my Notions 21, I have our story world. I have a character sheet for Lysandra and for Orion, Galaxis, a list of additional characters. The numbers in front of it are the word counts of those documents, which makes it easy for me to calculate the context window of whatever model I'm using. Now that I'm using Claude and ChatGPT and 16K, basically when I use this one right over here, if I'm in Playground, if I'm using ChatGPT 3.5 16K, I have a 16,000 token context, which is about 10,000 words. If I use ChatGPT over here, one of the tricks I can do is I can be in plugins, don't use any plugins, and now I actually have a 32,000 token context window. It's kind of one of those loopholes that we have found. I don't know how long that loophole is going to last. 32,000 tokens is roughly, what, 26, 27,000 words, roughly. I say roughly because we know the conversion is 750 words equals about 1,000 tokens. And then finally, a tool that I'll be using is Claude. Sorry, it's early. My throat, my voice is just like, nope. Is Claude, and you guys can see my nice email address there. That's fantastic. Claude, which is 100,000 tokens context, which means you can do really 60 to 70,000 words very easily. If you're going, but Elizabeth, you said 750. Why is it not 75,000? Because tokens are not exactly one token per word or exact. For example, the letter A is a token. The letter the is a token as well. And so, and like beautiful, the word beautiful could be one token or two tokens, or it could be like 3 or 4 tokens if you write it in all caps. So depending on how you write and the style that you write in could make a big difference in your tokenization. All right, let me just double check the chat and make sure we're good to go. We did try baby Rexy Jorge and it did not work. So instead, we're just going to do some I'm going to be honest. I'm a little salty. Not that Rexy's down. Like that happens. Software. I mean, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes that happens. Usually Rexy is not down at all. This is like the first time. But I'm salty that I'm spoiled. And I love Rexy because Rexy, you just sequence it and it just sends it to Notion. And now instead, I'm going to have to do everything by hand. And I didn't like doing that before Rexy was born, and I don't like doing it now. So, but it's fine. We'll get it done. Okay, so here we have back in the Notion 21, we have all this information. Oh, this is going to be not fun at all. Okay. You know what? I think I need to turn these into pages, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. So this is the scene list for all of the acts, and we went through this and we kind of verified it. I think we came up with that. Originally I had the idea of like she's gonna have his baby. I can't help it. I'm a romance author at heart, but instead, Orion, like he kind of, he just sacrifices himself, and that's it. And then I wanted it to have where she's going to hear his voice at the end. Then Lysandra hears Orion's voice. And that she's needed in, what's the heck the name of the place that, so we have Aerolith, which is where like the humans live. This is all steampunk, by the way. Oh my goodness. If anyone has any questions too, feel free to put them in the chat. I do check through. They go to a place that's like the mind link. So they go to Aerolith's past. Okay, that's that. Galaxis, study of the amulet, the mechanism, rides and spins. There it is. Ethereal. That's where they're going. Ethereal. As it's under attack. Okay, so there we go. We're starting to show like we're getting another go at this. All right, there is 4 acts, and I think we're good. We have 35 scenes. So if we're anywhere between 1,500 words per scene, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, which is what GPT-4 loves to write. And if we're anywhere between 1,500 and 2,000, we'll be right at that 50,000 mark. Yeah, that's 52,500. And obviously 2,000 times 35 scenes would be 70,000 words. So we would win. Okay. And then I'll put Orion Galaxis. Okay. So let's see what it can do with some mega prompting, right? I mean, we have Act 1, Scene 1. So one way to do this is to just create one ginormous mega prompt with Claude. Though I don't know if Claude's going to want to write all of this. So I'd almost rather not use Claude yet, because if I start with GPT-4, I can get a lot done. And then I can always just take the entire thing into Claude and say, hey, continue writing this, continue writing this, continue writing this. With the information. If you're wondering why I'm drinking from 2 cups, one's coffee, one's water. So I woke up late. It happens. All right. So any questions so far about methodology, or if anybody has a better idea of methodology? Yeah, I got to copy and paste. I kind of want to just see if like magically Rexy is up, because if Notion's having problems, it almost seems like it wasn't Rexy having issues. It was Notion having issues. And the reason I say that is because Rexy loads, like it's here. And then if I go to Preptober, yeah, no likesies. The other possibility too is I asked him to move the auto write to the first tab. So I wonder if that's the problem, if that's what broke it. Because it automatically, I bet you that's what it is. It's my fault. Totally my fault. It's me. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. Okay, so mega prompting. Let's go ahead and make some mega prompts. So I think the first mega prompt that we're going to need is the one to make the scene reports. Now, what the heck is a scene report? Okay, when you give the large language model a whole bunch of information, like let's say there's a character list, right? And there's Aunt Ermintrude and her knitting and her kitty cat that the main character lives with is Aunt Ermintrude. If you keep Aunt Ermintrude in every single list, every time you run a scene that she's not in, because that information's in there, sometimes your main character, like let's say your main character is a cop, he's like doing a big chase, like chasing, and all of a sudden the LLM will be like, and he thought about his Aunt Ermintrude and her cats at home. This is because the LLM does not have the ability to go, this information is more important than that information, especially when it comes to writing fiction. So it's really important that you as a senior writing partner kind of like take some of that information away from it. And I find scene reports or writing briefs are the best idea for that. And what that prompt looks like is, we'll start off with, you create a writing brief for scenes. For scenes in a steampunk romance novel. It's not really a romance, it's just a steampunk novel. All right. A writing brief includes, I just want to make sure I'm sharing, because last time I was working for 9 minutes, not sharing and everything like that. Okay. We're all good. We're sharing and everybody's got it. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. A writing brief includes the characters and characterization, setting information, story world information, plot elements, and step-by-step instructions to write the scene. You will read a bunch, a large collection of information about the novel, and then create a writing brief for the scene number you are asked. Okay, that seems weird. You will read a large collection of information about the novel and then create a writing brief for a specific scene. Please read the following below and make a writing brief for a scene, and that's where the scene goes. All right. And now I need to bring in my information. So let's go ahead and do, if we're doing ChatGPT 4, we're not going to be able to use this scene list at all. We're probably going to have to do chunks of it. So let's just get the Act 1 scene list. Act 1 scene list. Good job. All right. What else do we want? I think we want Lysandra and them. That would be 700, 1,000. I don't know what the limit is on ChatGPT. I mean, I can also use I'll just use Playground. That's just, well, I was trying to get the 32K. Okay, so what I might do is this. It's a little bit of a different thing, but I'm not going to use advanced data analysis because if you actually look at the Python code when you upload documents to it, it does a pretty okay job with small documents. It does not with longer documents. It'll start pulling strange information from it. So please read the following information about a novel. About a steampunk novel that I'm writing. Let's try that. All right, and let's go over to Notion. I actually don't want to put the Act 1, Scene 1 list first. I want character information, actually story world information. So the story world is all this. So we have story world, boop. I'm kind of still building my mega prompt. So there's the story world information. Let's bring in, oh, the additional characters. It's so tempting. I think I can just summarize this. Or we can do it in here. It's fine. I don't think I containered her. I did not. So this is main character 1. This is main character Lysandra. These square brackets that I'm doing are, I call them Tupperware containers. They're not, but the idea there is that when you give information to the LLM, if it doesn't have context of what that information is, sometimes things can go wonky. So what this does is it allows you to know what that is, what you need, and everything like that. And I think I'm going to have to go into like groups of this. And I think that that's okay. Like I'm going to have to use chain of thought because it'll use the entire, because one of the quirks about ChatGPT is that it will allow you to have up to 32,000 tokens of context. However, it won't take 32,000 tokens of input in one go. I think it's going to be probably limited to 2098. And now we'll call this one secondary character Orion. So I'm even defining who's the main character and the secondary character in this story. Oh, and you know what? We need a writing style. So let's go ahead and have ChatGPT make one. Please read the following information. So let me go ahead and put the story world. And I'm going to say, please write a detailed writing style guide for an AI that determines point of view and other considerations, other criteria, I guess, other criteria for writing a novel for adults. All right, so there we go. So I just gave it the story world so I could decide what the writing style should be. So here's the writing guide style. So we're going to do third person limited because this is given the complexity of the world. So cool. Sophisticated. Steampunk jargon and timeless verse where appropriate. Cool. Slow burn. Love it. Totally here for that. Gradually build to the revelation of the myth arc. Okay. I wonder how symbolism. Exposition. I don't think I want to use dialogue sparingly. I think dialogue puts them in the thing. So I'm going to just make changes to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this writing guide here and we'll copy this and we'll bring it over to Notion. Man, I love copying and pasting, don't you? Okay. So we're going to call this writing style and we'll pop in the information there. And then I'm going to go ahead and change where it said dialogue. Use dialogue sparingly. Action and internal monologue. Okay. Set off internal monologue with asterisks. Okay. So that's what we'll do. Okay. That's fine. I think that'll work. We won't need this actually until we're actually writing story, like we're writing prose. So here is the mega prompt, and let's see here. You create scenes, you create a writing brief for scenes. So we have Lysandra, we have all that. I don't have my additional characters in here, and I'm going to need that. So let's go additional characters. Uncle Cedric and all those people. Cool. I almost think I could kind of get rid of Story World, but we'll get there. All right, now we'll come down to here. Just so I have good order, my characters are next. So there's characters of Ethereal, characters of Gearsboro, additional characters, and then I just need to close out my additional characters tag here. Boop, like that. All right, we are good to go. Our mega prompt right now is, voila, 3,855 words. Yeah, I don't think ChatGPT is going to handle that. So let's go a little bit at a time. And so we have ChatGPT here, and now we have the writing guide. Actually, I guess, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and kind of like batch run all of the scene reports. And for that, I'm going to use Playground. So we should be able to input into ChatGPT 16K. Yeah, that'll work. Everything. It'll be fine. It can take the inputs, or GPT-4 for that matter. So what I'm going to do is, now that I have my mega prompt here, you create a writing brief, and that's for writing brief scene, blah, blah, blah. We have all of the information here. And I'm going to change the prompt a little bit. So we're going to come over to Playground, paste this in. And then I'll get this prompt into the Notion page as well for you guys. So you create a writing brief for scenes in a steampunk novel you will read. All right, so we're going to copy this, and we're going to put it in our user report here for scene. And let's go ahead and go with scene 1, because I don't think we've done that yet for scene 1. And there's 10 scenes in scene 1. So let's see how fast it can get us there. So I'm going to go with maximum length can be, it can be pretty high. 1,400, that's only 1,000. Yeah, we'll go with 1,500. All right. So we're using 16K. The temperature, let's bring that temperature down to like 0.7, because we're making a scene report. We want it to be accurate, not creative, really. And then let's see if this works, and then I'll put that prompt into the thing. So we're looking for it to write oh, I forgot to put a scene for scene 1 right there. My bad. Thankfully, it's over there. So here's scene 1. Create a moment of intrigue and discovery. Okay, so this is the writing brief for scene 1. So we'll grab this, and we'll come over into Notion. Let's go ahead and make a page, and we're going to go scene writing briefs. I'm wondering if I should go individual pages on this. I think I should. Okay, so we're going to go with page, and this is going to be scene 1 writing brief. I kind of like this idea of the writing brief only being boop. Okay, so we have that. Good deal. Now, the one reason I like this is because we can actually delete this out. Boop. And now I can go to scene 2. And over here on the left-hand side, change it to scene 2. And click submit, and it runs it again. This is the very early ages of early ways that we used to do this. So while that's running, let me go ahead and go to Preptober, or whatever, NaNoWriMo in a day. And let me go ahead and give you guys this. So is everyone able to get to this? because I think you guys want this prompt. This is the manual get a scene report prompt. Gotta love it. All right, so we'll put a page. We'll convert that into a page, right? It's the dots. Turn it into a page. I love Notion. I mean, since I've been working with Notion, it makes writing with AI so much easier because you can organize things a lot better. So there we go. So that shows you how to do it. Now, obviously, don't use my specific information. You would bring in your own. And you'll notice that I don't have the full chapter in there or the full outline in there. So I'm actually kind of moving act by act by act. And I'll probably put like a summary for Act 1 once I get to Act 2. So yeah, we did this. And then over here, we'll go ahead and go with scene 3 and scene 3, not 23. Take that out and just make sure I've got it. I do. Okay, so cut that out and then submit. And now it's running chat 3. And now I'll go to back to my Preptober and my auto write and my Notions 21 and my scene writing briefs. And now I'll have a page. Come on. And this is scene 2. All right, we're only at 7:30. We're doing good. Close this out. And then scene 3 writing brief. Page. Oh my goodness. This is so much easier when Rexy just writes it. I'm not going to lie. Oh my goodness. This is not fun. Scene 5 writing brief. Okay. And now we're just going to grab these 3 and we're just going to click duplicate. There we go. So all I have to do is change the name. So this is scene 6 and we'll take out the 1s. Scene 7. And I do kind of want to get Act 1 written this session. I think we can. Scene 1, scene 8. Okay. And then I just copied and pasted. Scene 9. I mean, you think about it, 32, if we get 10 scenes written, that's a third of the book written in an hour. I mean, as a rough draft, as a first draft, obviously. Okay, so we have all that information. Let's come over to our playground. We have for scene 3, let's just double check, make sure it's all good. I mean, it's staying on track for the most part, I have to say. So coming down here is where our lists are. I was strategic about also the way that I sculpted the micro prompt. The information that you put up at the top of the prompt is processed first before the information at the bottom of the prompt. So if there's something that you really, really, really want to have happen, make sure it's at the bottom of your prompt. Because if there's any conflicts, okay, like let's say you say the character's eyes are blue at the top, but then you say the character's eyes are green. LLMs typically have a last in, last out kind of a situation. So like it will know that the character's eyes are supposed to be green because that was the last instruction it was told. So whatever the last instruction was, that's more paramount. That's paramount to whatever other instructions are in there. Let me double check the chat because I've been working here for a few minutes. I'm not putting the writing style in there yet because I'm sorry. I have not put the writing style in there yet because we're not writing prose yet. I got kind of ahead of myself a little bit. Someone's saying my Orion's not closed. Let's go ahead and make sure Orion is closed. Oh, you're right. It's not closed. Thank you. We'll put a slash in there so it's better. Let's see here. I forgot which. We're doing scene 3. And it's cool because it says scene 3 here. I think it is the ball is scene 3. just to make sure. Scene 3, the celestial ball. Scene 4, wait. Nope, it's supposed to be the ball preparation. Okay, it is the ball preparation. Good job, ChatGPT 3.5. And the scene finishing touches. So these are 6 beats is what it's kind of coming up with. We'll worry about trying to make it write details, write the things in a little bit. Let me go ahead and say, great. Let's go ahead and do scene 4 because it'll use this as context window. We have plenty of context windows, so we're good. This way we can kind of connect these scenes a little bit, make sure that things are gelling. So now we're at the ball, the grand drawbridge, information here. The scene should evoke a sense of awe. So step by step. Oh, we got 7. Interesting. Lady Celestia is the bad person, the bad guy. I want their emotion. There we go. Budding romance and thrill of newfound connections. Meet across the ballroom. Use their body language. They should dance. Why are they not dancing? That does not work. Let's go to what the instructions say. Scene 3, scene 4. Lavish dancers. Among the crowd, lands on it. Their conversation is an elegant dance. Ends with Lady Celestial's arrival. Okay, so there's going to need to be more here. Lysandra and this dance. Okay, so I'm going to take this out and I'm just going to run it again. So by making that change in the main one, it should have them actually dance. Traction between Lysandra and them. Got it. Lost in time. Now they're engaging in a dance. Okay. Got it. All right. Let's do scene 5. Please make a writing brief for scene 5. And after that, I'll paste these in because I don't want to get too, I don't want to, if I run the risk of losing stuff. Make sure there's connection to previous scenes for transition purposes. Boop. Submit. And now we're writing scene 5s. So now there's the whole idea here is that she was only invited to the ball so that they could basically ransack her workshop. That's good. All right. We'll fix those things later in post. I really think that writing now with AI, it's like, oh, we'll fix that in post. Like you're running with the AI and you'll fix that in post-production. Like you'll fix that in editing. I'm going to just take the step-by-step instructions here. And what I love here, using Playground again, this is why I always recommend Playground over ChatGPT. And the way Playground works is it charges you by what you do. And this is like pennies on the dollar for running 16K. Begin the scene with Lysandra standing at the workshop. Still in her ball gown. There we go. Okay, so I have all of this information, and now I need to grab these writing briefs and save them. So we have 3 and 4. Yeah, scene 4. And now we have scene 5. Boop. And then when I come over here, I can go into, nope, not that one, scene 3, and paste writing brief, close out writing brief. All right, 7:41. Okay. Scene 4, which is that one. And then at the bottom here, I'll throw in writing brief again so I can close it out. And then the last one we have is scene 5, which is right here. Scene 5. Now here's another trick that you can use in Playground, and why I just really love Playground. Playground used to be my favorite before Rexy. Now that I'm in Playground, they don't need to know scene 3 anymore, right? And they don't need to know, so I can get this out, and they don't really need to know scene 4. Okay. But if I want to kind of keep continuity, scene 5, now I just bring over here my little prompt, which is, oh, it is. Okay. Please read the following. Oh, we don't need to please read the following. Let's go with please use the information about the novel and make our writing brief for scene 4. Okay. And now we're at scene 6, I think. Yeah, we're at scene 6. And then I change it over here too. Scene 6 and click submit. The Shadow Guild's layer. I will say a lot of these scenes are starting with our main character just standing outside, foreboding. We'll see. But that's where you as the director can go, let them have some witty banter there, etc. All right, and now we will just go ahead and add, I don't want that. I want for scene 7, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now we're with Orion. Let me check the chat. Yeah, very old school. I agree, Jorge. We are, I don't know, 43 minutes in, and so far all I've got is freaking 7 writing scenes. With Rexy, I would schedule this one time with all the things, and it would just run and make all the writing briefs for me. It can do a sequence of up to 20 prompts. It's 10 prompts at a time. So you see how I'm running these individual prompts, and I'm trying to like loop it a little bit. I could do 3 at a go, that kind of a thing. And it would automatically write it to Notion, so I wouldn't have to do that. That'd be great too. Okay, so we have 7. We need 8. Scene 8, submit. Oh, crap. I forgot to change it over there. That's bad. I did not do, but this is actually a good example because I bet you it did write for scene 8. And what that means is exactly what I said. If there's a conflict, it will ignore the earlier command because it reads system prompts first and then it reads the user prompt. So my system prompt said read for scene 8 or scene 7. And then I told it to do for scene 8. And it actually did do confrontation with Uncle Cedric, which if you come down to the outline is actually scene 8 right there. Bam, confrontation with Uncle Cedric. So just goes to show you, like I said, If there is a conflict, this is a very important skill set or a very important understanding when you're working with LLMs. If there is a conflict in the prompt of what it's supposed to do, it will take the last instruction. I don't really want to tempt fate, so I'm going to go ahead and say, do it correctly this time and change it. All right, scene 9. If you're wondering why I'm not making changes to these yet, that's because I'm going to be reading as it goes. And this is just the scaffolding so that as we're writing and I'm speed reading and kind of like checking how that scene's writing and stuff like that, I won't know changes I need to make to the scene 3 writing brief until I see what scene 1 and scene 2 write as, if that makes sense. That's another skill of writing with LLMs. You can be as involved or as uninvolved as you want. In terms of, some people like to run it all and then clean up this mess of words. I personally prefer to kind of edit somewhat as I go. And I think, using that methodology, you could very easily get like 5,000 words in an hour. I'm keeping an eye on the time, and I'm hoping, I'm going to try to keep track of like exactly when we start running these things. We're going to have to tweak the mega prompt in just a second. Scene 10 and scene 10. This is the last one that we need. Go gadget. But I'm really kind of intrigued to see how many words we can get written in the next hour. I suspect I'm going to be able to run all 10 prompts, all 10 scenes. Even if they're not perfect, the goal of this exercise today is to get as many words as we can on that 50,000 word count. 10 words, 10 scenes. I mean, that could be 15,000 to 20,000 words in the next hour. I mean, that's exciting. I like writing that much stuff real quick with the thing. And it's fun to read it. I find writing with AI to be like an interactive reading experience. And for anyone who's watching this and saying like, but you're not doing it, the AI is doing it. You didn't watch Preptober. We painstakingly went through every single detail about this and validated it and made sure it's exactly what we wanted. And we had to fix a lot of things, and we had to fix a lot of the plot and everything like that. I don't even want to tell you how much it took us to get Act 3 and Act 4 all straight. So it's really not click a button and just get a book. All right, so now I need to copy these. So let me get 5, 6, and 7, and 8, 9, and 10. I wish I had told it like close out the tags. I might change the prompt to do that because it's aggravating to close the tags out. I'm annoyed. But what I'm reading so far looks like it's kind of keeping it on track. In media res. That was 9. So this is 10. All right. So now I'll come over here, and we have, in 1 hour, we do have our writing briefs. Go us. Oh, I already had 5? Oh, because I did it earlier. Duh, Elizabeth. Okay. So that was scene 5. This should be scene 6, and it is. Go us. Copy that one. Scene 7. Same batch channel, 5, 6, 7 in my jump cut. Jump cut is a tool. A good friend of mine. She goes by Postscript in the author world. She is the one who shared with me jump cut, and let me tell you, it's a life changer when you're working with AI. Any kind of copy paste tool will work. Something that allows you to have like basically a clipboard that has multiple things copied. That way you can kind of like paste them deliberately. And scene 9, which should be that one, and it is scene 9. Where I'm checking if it's scene 9 is right here if it says it's scene 9. For those who are wondering, how are you doing that so fast and knowing what it is? Well, I'm looking at the top and seeing what number it says. And then finally we have scene 10. Boop. And boop. All right. So here we go. Let's start writing some prose, shall we? We are at 7:50 a.m. Let me check the chat. We got about 10 minutes. Did you close scene 8 writing brief? Thank you. Probably not, because I'm going too fast and I did not close it. Thank you, Jorge. Appreciate you. I'm like going to check them all. Got it. Okay. Yet another reason why Elizabeth should not be doing it by hand. Okay. I think we need to do a mega prompt now for writing. And we have the writing style. So we made the mega prompt 1, which was make the scene reports. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this prompt so that I can just delete out the parts I don't need and bring in the parts that I do need. So we're going to go ahead and then we're going to call this mega prompt 2. And we're going to say writing from a scene brief. Alrighty. You read a writing brief for a scene and then write the scene. You know what? I feel like being lazy. Let's make ChatGPT write the prompt, shall we? So new chat, and I'm going to say, write me a prompt for an AI to write a full scene of a novel following a writing brief. And writing style guide. Certainly Goddess Divine. That's the name I put my AI to call me. It was a joke. And then people were like, don't change it. So I don't change it. Oh, no, you did not understand this. Okay. You know what? That was a good enough prompt right there. We'll just go with that prompt. Oh, gosh. Take my picture out there. Okay. You read a writing brief and a and a writing style guide. You follow the writing brief and writing style guide to write the complete scene for the novel. If you finish the scene, you write end at the end. If not, do not worry. The author will continue and finish the scene. It's most important that you follow excuse me, the writing brief and writing style guide for great pacing and storytelling instead of rushing the scene to completion. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm giving it instructions that it's okay for it not to finish. And I know that sounds pretty funny. But if you allow it to understand the parameters of what the task is that it's trying to do, then now you're giving yourself a kind of the ability for it to trail off. And that way you can say, okay, please continue the scene. And you're going to be able to leverage that chain of thought. Because one restriction that we run into time and time again with these models is it's not about the context window that's sometimes the problem. It's the output size. Claude can write about 3,000 words. ChatGPT can write about 3,000 words. But you have to prompt it really, really specifically in order to make that happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now delete out all of this stuff. Actually, I don't know. I don't know what it really should have. If it should have the story world information. I think I do want to leave the story world information. Maybe not. That's always the hard part, is about keeping things consistent. Main characters, Lysandra, and then TikTok. Okay. I think we don't need the Act 1 scene list, that's for sure. Because we're not going to follow that. We're just going to follow the instructions there. Additional characters. This is where I'm going to just decide that it pulled out information that it needed. I didn't double check that, but I will as we go. And it's not like I don't have this stuff in Notion, so we're good to go. Additional characters. I don't think we need Orion's information either. I think we do need Lysandra's information because she is just so critical to the story. And she's already, she's the main character. No story world. No, we do want story world. Let's see where we're at. How big is this? 1109. I'm telling you, it's just going to follow the writing brief and the writing style. So we'll just go with that. We'll be brazen. So let's go over to our Notions 21 and go to our writing style and clean this up. Third person limited, point of view characters. Okay. Narrative voice should be sophisticated and descriptive. Echoing the Victorian era's linguistic nuances. It should incorporate steampunk jargon. Cool. Tone and mood. Got it. Pacing. Got it. There was something that I wanted to add here. Pacing and scene. Let's put it at the end here. Okay. 3. Scene length. Okay. If you lie to the AI and tell it how many words it should be, and it's bigger than what you need, you'll get like a fraction of it, but it still understands it means that it needs to be longer. So I'm going to say that each scene should strive to be 3,000 to 4,000 words, especially in Claude. That'll help you get some decent length. All right, we've got 3 minutes, so we'll do 3 minutes ahead of time. So I'm going to go ahead and tag this up or box it up. So this is writing style. And we know that it's always more important to have the information where we need it. So we're going to go writing style, mega prompt 2. I'm going to put writing style right here. Then I'm going to put writing brief. So scene 1 writing brief. So I copied that, and then I'm grabbing this mega prompt here. All right, and I think we're ready to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to grab this entire prompt, come over to ChatGPT. We'll do a new chat. We'll be in GPT-4, and we will keep it in plugin so we have that full length of the context window. I'm going to paste in the mega prompt 2. If it works, I'll take it over to the main area for you guys. It's 7:58, so we'll mark that, and we'll click go. And let's see what it writes. In the heart of Gearsboro. Chests waiting to be plundered. Okay, I like the setting thing. I know that's a fantasy thing. I'm not really into that, but that's cool. And what a dance it is, Uncle. A waltz, a tango, and sometimes a chaotic jig. Ah. Still not perfect. The balance wheel oscillates too freely. I need to adjust the hairspring. Okay, I like it. I'm here for this. Could it be? Okay, we've got that internal dialogue. Gears of an antique clock. Threads of fate. Okay. Knew that her journey as the Chrono Guardian had just begun. Word counter plus. That was only 683. Rewrite that to make it more interesting and longer. Really enthrall the reader. and add personality to both characters. I don't know if I can spell characters this morning. Let me rewrite enthrall. Enthrall. All right. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try running the mega prompt in Claude because that was really bad. We'll see how it does this time. The maestra of this temporal symphony. All right. Well, we definitely got different words. And what I could do on edits in another program inside of Notion or something is grab that top part and kind of expand it out, add some dialogue. There's one thing too that they have clockwork helpers, and that's another thing that could be brought into the scene. Okay. So far we are at 3 minutes on one scene. This is not boding well. And that's the thing. It takes a while for the AI to write. Let me check the chat and see what people think. Okay. Yeah, I am writing scenes rather than chapters because AI understands a scene a little bit better in terms of like what that is. And then I do the chapterization later. So if I want more scenes in a chapter or whatever, I can do that. The gears of time are both intricate and unforgiving. One misplaced clog and the entire mechanism could come crashing down. Okay, so now we got 8:55. All right, who's in favor of just taking this to Claude? I'm in favor of that. Let's just take it to Claude and see what we get. I just am not getting what I want. And I can also do playground too. That's another option. So we'll just paste that whole mega prompt in, and then we'll let Claude start that and see if we can get a better scene written. Oh, thank goodness. Sometimes Claude doesn't want to write. All right, if this is the case, I think we should bring the additional characters information in. Maybe not. We could just keep the prompts as we go. Students today for today's lesson. Okay, I like this. She's actually 24, not 20, but that is fixed in post-production, my friends. I know you'll give them insight that's both timely and timeless. You and your eternal riddles, Uncle. Oh, she's got students. That's so cute. An antique log case clock in the corner. She didn't remember it being there before. Not bad. Word counter plus 583. Okay. I liked this writing better, but it's definitely not writing enough words. Really expand out anything summarized, and you can add in clockwork helpers at the workshop. So this is where I'm being a senior writing partner. I know that in additional characters, there is a clockwork automatons. Pendulum. Okay, can you please rewrite that? Let's go. Please work, please work, please work, please work. We're at 8:05 and we're still on scene 1. This is not good. For those who are telling me Rexy is okay and you can kind of like go to WordBanger and stuff, I believe you. What I will do is I'm going to go ahead and work manually until 9 a.m. And then for the 11 o'clock session, I hope to be using Rexy for the love of all writing. Oh, I like that. This is a lot better. Your parents would be so proud. My students will be here any minute. Aw. This was where she belonged. A scrappy, hollow-eyed orphan had shown up at his door. Aw. Oh, blast. Pendulum. Found a special place. Carry on. Now we have clockwork students? Okay. Okay. Chromatocyte. The lost chrono amulet. What have you got there? I think she should not exactly know what it is 100%. Or maybe, you know what? She can be an expert. It's fine. We could stop the foundry accidents, make it so others won't have to endure what I did. Okay. All right, let's see how many words we have. We have 1350. I think that's good. I'm going to go with it because it's enough there that I could expand it and all of that. So we're going to go with this is scene 1 prose. And we will come over to Notion. And now I'm going to cheat. You're probably going like, how? Well, we have this thing in the FFA. We use Notion for book analysis. So what you can do is you can bring in here and you can go scene 1. And when I open this up, I'm going to paste in the information that was already written. Take out, I don't have the end at the end. Cool. And then there's AI here, $10 a month it's built in. And so what this will do, we have it programmed where it'll just capture all the information for me. So I don't have to check. It's a good way to check quickly about like what it covered. So there we have that. Okay. Now let's come back over to the mega prompt, which I did say if it works, and I think it kind of works, we'll go ahead and paste this mega prompt into, I mean, you really do have it because you have access to the Preptober, but just for giggles, I will go back over to the WRITEATHON. Where is the WRITEATHON? Nanowrimo in a day. We need an icon. I don't know what 50. We'll make it 100%. There we go. That'll be our this is the writing prose prompt. There we go. So you guys have that information. The model of it anyway. All right. So now I need to go ahead and go back to Preptober. Come back to AutoWrite and Notions. Let's see here. I am now going to need to write this. Okay, it knows the writing style, but I'm going to probably go ahead and keep it. You read a writing style. Oh, I need to change it for part 2. Okay. So scene 1 writing briefs. Now I'm going to do writing brief for part 2. And come back over to the mega prompt and where writing 2 is. I want to delete all of this. Delete. Okay, there we go. And then paste in. And now I have the new writing brief for this. So I can come back to Claude and I can say, continue the story so both scenes are congruent. So both scenes flow together. Please write 3,000 to 4,000 words. And then I'll paste in the prompt and go. And so now it's going to write scene 2 for me, hopefully. We are at 8:11 and we already have, oh, let me come back over here. In our, not Notions 21, let's come over to book analysis. When I open, I want full screen. Full width, thank you. When I open this up, if I want the word count, I can manually put it in. So I can check here, 1395. So right here for the word count is 1395. But what's really cool about this, that AI of Notion, what I love about it is if I add this right here, I can ask the AI to add anything in. Study now, easy does it. Your parents would be so proud. So right here, I could ask the AI to expand this part to include showing the lesson and 1 or 2 students talking to her. And let's see what it'll do. Miss Lysandra, how do you know which gears to use for different purposes? Okay, so I like that. So now that I like that information, I can replace the selection and voila. We have now, if I go to the word count, now I have 1673, and that was pretty quick. The students listened attentively. One of the students, a young named Emily. Yeah, we'll change the names in post. So now we have that one little switch, and now I've got 1673 words. Not bad at all. And if you're watching me and you're like, I can't do this, go this fast. How are you going this fast? I've practiced with AI a lot. And meanwhile, this is still going. This is the new world. You get to be the creative director. When I'm off on YouTube and things like that, I'm going as fast as I can because I want to show how much you can actually get done. So her designs are exquisite, spoken like a true guardian. The rhythmic heartbeat. Why are we rhythmic heartbeat beating so much? I don't want a rhythmic heartbeat. Oh, no. Wait. Okay. Okay, I like it. It's continuing it, but we're not going to have the rhythmic heartbeat. And yeah, all I can think of is the rhythm of the night. You know the song? Sinuous copper dragon stared at her. Okay, we'll fix that intro because that definitely needs to be fixed in post. Copy this. Let's see. Word counter plus 1198. Not great. And look, it brought in Serious Forge Heart, which I guess was in the writing thing. Let's we could ask it to expand, but I really just want to get words done, and we can always expand with Notion. So let's get cracking and keep going. So I'm going to come over to my book analysis. I'm going to do a new. I'm going to call this scene 2, and click open. Paste it in. Notes to myself. I love this part. Notes to myself. Dude, fix that intro. And by doing that, I'm telling myself like information that I need. If I leave the project and come back, it's easy for me to remember what changes I wanted to make when I was validating it originally when it came out. And then the plot points. Boop boop. Like I might want to add Orion's ship flying overhead and arriving, all kinds of stuff. But this is a good place for me to start. The word count so far on this is only 1233. It says okay. Well, we'll go with 1190. And we'll go with 1233. That's what Notion says. That way it's all consistent. It's somewhere in there. You're going to have a 5% variance on word counts. All right, so now we are ready for auto write, and let's go ahead and get the third mega prompt, right? So I'm going to need scene writing briefs, and we need scene 3. Let's go scene 3. Come back to Notions 21, come back to the mega prompt. Now you see why I don't like to copy and paste. Right click, delete, paste it in, grab it all. This is so not fun. Grab it, come over to Claude. Of at least 4,000 to 5,000 words. Part of the problem is it may not have enough meat in the beats. Please read everything so far and continue the story following this information. Boop. Now it should write scene 3. And what's really cool is while this is going, you can go edit the other one. Let me check the prompts. Check the chat. Make sure everybody's cool. This happened to me. I don't know what it says. This happened to me using Claude without an example chapter. Okay. So we are at 8:17. We are less than 20 minutes into the hour, and we already have 2,800 words. So this goes quick. When I was like typing and everything like that, I would, let's see here. I would be able to get 1,000 words in 20 minutes, 750 to 1,000 words with a writing sprint if I'm typing. If I'm dictating, 20 minutes of dictation would be about 1,300 words, but they would be messy. Like they would need cleanup. So another 20 minutes and I could get that to about 2,000 words. So I'd still be looking at about 2,000 words in about an hour. Usually with edits and everything like that, and I'm going fast, it was usually 2,000 or 3,000 words per hour manually writing. With AI, I can definitely get way more than that. And then you do have to clean it up and everything like that. When I do clean up and go a little bit at a time, which is what I did with, goodness me, I don't even remember which lab we did it in. I want to say it was the Friday before last. So not last Friday, because that was Preptober, but the Friday before that. We really kind of pushed to see how much of the Orc Mafia romance we could write. And we did get 10,000 words in 1 hour. And we were editing as we went. So we would write scene 1 and then we would clean it up. It might even have been 10,000 words in 2 hours because I was teaching at the same time. But yeah, that's where it was going. So we were at 8:18. I will say this, some rooms held such astonishing sights. Even that which seems impossible merely awaits discovery. No point getting ahead of herself, or she needed to complete the mask. I'll settle for impressing Lady Celestia. Okay. Now this is what I was afraid it would hallucinate into writing the actual scene as well. Think like a timepiece, be unshakable. Oh, I love that. I wonder what the motto means. Okay, so she's arrived. She hasn't met Orion yet. So we'll see if it can connect the two. I'm just curious. I want to be like, translate this out of Latin. Evergleam mechanical thought. Okay, I like it. We'll leave it. It's kind of cool. Let's see what information we have here. We got 1,354 words. Okay, so we'll go with that for right now. I can always chop and make. Oh, no. Stop. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't know how to turn that off. Did that stop it? Did that stop it? No. And it didn't pop up the little microphone either, so I don't know how to turn this off. I don't think it's voice typing either, because I don't have that on. Yeah, voiceover's off, accessibility. Voice control, that's also off. I wish I knew. Oh, that's going to be an issue. That's going to be an issue. Yeah. I accidentally let me see if it's just, yep, it's the whole Mac. It's definitely the operating system. It's not just in Chrome. Okay, I just pressed function twice. Did that work? Yes. Okay, I just learned how to turn it off and turn it back on. Thank God. Okay, sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Did somebody else have the answer? No. Okay. So if you ever accidentally press function twice on your Mac, you'll suddenly get dictation, which is not what I wanted. All right. So scene 3. Sorry for that intrusion there. Let's go ahead and change the writing prompt so that it can go ahead and write scene 4 for us while I bring that into the chat, or that thing, book analysis. That's what it is. So mega prompt 2, I lost the mega prompt, but I didn't, because in Notion it saves everything. So if I come back here to updates, I can click on this and I can restore this version. Restore it. And now it's back. Another reason I love writing with Notion, if you've ever accidentally deleted something and you didn't want to. So there's the writing guide. And now here we have the writing brief for scene 2, which we don't need anymore. So we're going to put in writing brief for scene 4. Make sure this is scene 4. It is scene 4. Cool. And then we'll copy this in. Smooth transitions. And then there's the information. So that'll go ahead and write scene 4. Please continue the story. And then it's got the information there. All right, coming back over into the mega prompt, or Preptober rather, book analysis. We now have scene 3. Scene 3. And when I open this up, I can paste in what it wrote for scene 3, the distant chimes of the clock tower. Cool. Shining brighter. The word count on this is 1387, so I can put that for the word count, 1387. I can go ahead and click this so it'll pull what characters are listed. And also characters. Plot points. Go ahead and update those. So it has the information about what happens in the scene, which just makes it faster for validation. We also have a summary box too. This is all able, this works on any Notion, by the way. In Notion, it won't work on like not safe for work content, but you can use it to get like your story beats and stuff, which makes it a lot faster for you to validate information that you've already run. You can use this even on works that you've already written. Okay, that's like hallucinating, so we'll stop that one. Story beats. Take all this out. Let's try running that one again. Cedric reassures. She completes the mask. There we go. That's a little bit better. Kind of hallucinated there a little bit. That's another strategy of working with AI. AI can hallucinate at any time. Orion. Okay. We need more in that scene. Word counter plus 673. Not on your life. Rewrite scene 4 to add in more detail and engagement between Lysandra and Orion. Write 10,000 words. All right, we'll see what it does. Did it label it scene 4? It did scene 4. Okay, let's go. We want more. 653 words. It's done lost its mind. All right. The other thing that I like about Notion too is you'll notice that I've been doing the word counts. And if I go right here, you can calculate and you can count all. And now it'll give you, nope, the count is how many. I'm sorry. Count values is what we want. Nope, not that either. Sum, that's what it is. Summing it up, I'm at 4,293 words already. We are doing a very good NaNoWriMo. If we are already at 4,293 decent draft words that we could then massage and change however we wanted to. Editing is a whole nother challenge. So we are almost at 10% and we'll be over at 10% as soon as we get this next scene. So let's go over to Claude. Ooh, they're talking by minds. That's really cool. I like it. Remember, the monarch butterfly takes its name not from gaudy wings, but patient temerity. Okay, Uncle Cedric. I love how vague he is. You do not belong here. What? There's a voice in her head. We meet at last, Lysandra Evergleam. Oh, I love Orion. So he's talking to her and they have a mind link. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I am happy for this. This is what I wanted. You dance beautifully, my lady. Cannot help but follow. He felt familiar, safe. That sounds familiar. Flutters in her stomach had little to do with nerves now. I have dreamt of you every night since I came to possess the chrono amulet, till I wondered if you were but a fantasy. For I once held the amulet. Ah, my own path crossed its ancient math. Oh, now they're in the celestial garden. Well, okay. Even the stars seem dimmed by your beauty. Okay, I love this whole interaction. Okay, they're taking off each other's masks. Well, first time I tried to tame an ether stallion. Oh, this is so good. I just enjoy reading this. This is great. Okay, we gotta keep going here. Okay, now they're kissing. Okay, that's good. But okay, Claude, what's going on? For all of you who know, like Claude, who's like, I can't write romance. It's not ethical. Now they're kissing in the celestial garden. Oh, we will face this future together. I will find you again beneath the stars soon. Till we meet again. Okay, now there's people flanking. Who was the wolf masked man? Okay, cool. Finish the scene. Let's see what it does. Because it wasn't quite done. But if it starts hallucinating, I'll stop it because glancing around surreptitiously. There we go. The susurrus of laughter, music, and conversation. The alignments will not wait. Patience. Okay. And reveal ourselves too soon. Ruin months of preparation. Little moth. Okay, that's cool. So they're gonna take it and then she'll wake up. Okay, I like it. So I'm gonna make sure that it continues where she is in basically they're gonna basically put her in her thing and it's ransacked so she doesn't remember. Yeah, I see where this is going. I got it. I can do this. Word counter plus, we got 3,000 words. Hot diggity dog. And it's good words. It's really good words. Then over here we got another let's see here. 561. This is amazing. This makes me happy. All right, new scene 4. Open it. And let's go ahead and paste this in. And then we'll paste in the glancing around. And 3,564 words. And you know, they make me smile. So that's all that matters. 3,564. And you can always do like a summary. So we find out, I want to put notes to myself. This might need to be multiple scenes, I think. Duh, Elizabeth. And thinking about plot. Next scene, Lysandra should just wake up with the chrono amulet gone and her workshop ransacked. Trying to remember what happened the night before. Okay. So we'll make changes to that. And we'll go ahead and update this. She meets everyone. She goes. Her and Orion. Wolf Masked Man. The Wolf Masked Man is going to be her Eberus or whatever, the guy who's like there. I don't know who the heck Linus is. We'll find out who Linus is. But that's fine. Okay, so now we are at 7,857 words. This is going to be a quick NaNoWriMo. Okay, coming back to our analysis. Let me go back and check the chat and make sure anyone's not talking here. Nope, no one's talking. All right, 8:35. I really think we're going to be at 20,000 words here at the end of this top hour. That's going to be insane, as we're not even going to be finished with the book. But that's okay. Preptober, and now I want to come over to auto write and Notions 21. And I need to make, this is where I was talking about. So the scene writing briefs for scene 5. Description. Lysandra wakes up. Whoopsies. At her workshop. Lysandra wakes up back at her workshop. And Let's see here. Lysandra wakes up back at her workshop. I'm trying to think here. What happened? But the place is ransacked. And the chrono amulet is gone. Trying to remember what happened the night before. An ethereal voice calls out to her. Flashes of memories of meeting Orion plague her. Her uncle tries to comfort her about losing the amulet, but Lysandra knows she must get it back. Now, if I was fixing this story plot, she would get Orion's help. And I think that that's what needs to happen. The scene should evoke now in disarray. Overturned work tables. It might be able to get it. We could flip-flop. We could flip-flop scene 6. Well, no. So I guess she'll just go on her own. And then she can meet Orion already there because he's trying to get the chrono amulet back yet. It's the same. Okay, that'll work. So I need, when she goes in the next scene, I'm pretty sure the next scene is scene 6 is where she goes to the Shadow Guild's lair. She should run into Orion. Highlight her determination. Orion is waiting. And offers his ship, his airship, as a safe haven. There we go. Okay, that's perfect. So I fixed that for that one. So it knows what's going to happen. Okay, so scene 5 writing brief I think is good. Describe. Setting, emotion, and confusion. She struggles with the bouts of memory loss and trying to remember the night before. Okay, so we have that information and we have scene writing brief. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And we have that writing brief, and now we will come over to the mega prompt. Oh, ye, the mega prompt. We'll delete. No, I need to delete the whole mega prompt, the whole writing brief. Delete. Why will you not let me? There we go. Delete. No. There we go. For some reason, sometimes it will not let you just backspace and get rid of stuff. I don't know why. I'm not in charge. All right, writing brief. That's the writing brief for scene 5, which is everything. And we'll bring this in. And with Claude, we'll go for scene 5. And we'll go ahead and go gadget. Then if it gives me 600 words, then I just say, write 10,000 words. Oh my goodness. All right, let me check the chat and see how we're doing. Yes. Oh, Linus is the person the Notion AI chooses when it doesn't know the point of view character. That's funny. I saw that the other day and was like, what the? Yep. I had that happen the other day. I had my point of view person as part of the scene header, and that fixed it. Can't wait to see this done in Rexy. Yeah, this is, it's not bad. I mean, it's a lot of copying and pasting for sure, but I mean, we're making good headway. However, the hard part's going to be, with Rexy, you know, you can just kind of run things a little bit. Study yourself, child. Drink first, then collect your thoughts. All will be well. Scraping her palms on shards of glass as she pawed desperately through the destruction. She had to find it, some sign that she hadn't imagined everything that came before this moment. Her clockwork mask, its aronium filaments now dark but still intact. She had danced, kissed Orion, infiltrated darkness. She had lived it all. We were robbed, child. The amulet was taken. Lady Celestia. Let's see here. I think we're going to need a little bit more words than that. Word counter plus 687. Yeah. So we need that same thing of rewrite scene 5 to add in more detail, flashbacks, and engagement between Lysandra and Cedric. Have pendulum, because it can do the context window up, have pendulum, the automaton, be harmed grievously, making Cedric emotional. Write 10,000 words. Let's bring that down. Let's just say like 6,000 words and see what it does. So we're going to rewrite scene 5 to add more detail, flashbacks. I really want a lot more flashbacks in there because I want it to be like pieces of the information and everything like that so that they're replaying it. And here we go. And this is a senior writing partner moment. If you're the senior writing partner, you do need to learn how to write a book if you want to write with AI. You need to know your mechanics. You need to know your terminologies. You need to know the skills of your craft so that you can read a scene, evaluate a scene, and go like, oh no, there needs to be more flashbacks here. There needs to be more characterization. There needs to be more emotion here. There needs to be more tension here. Beef up the conflict. Add more mystery. Take this out. Put that in. If you can't do that, if you can't evaluate a scene and go like, oh, it's missing this stuff, my recommendation would be to check out a book by James Scott Bell called Self-Editing. Actually, I have a copy right here, Revision and Self-Editing. There's like a newer cover and everything like that. But this actually walks you through a bunch of different exercises and stuff for all of those things I just talked about. Beefing up your setting, your dialogue, your characterization. I've had this book since writing my very first novel back in 2011. I'm pretty sure I did anyway. But yeah, this one is, let's see here. Copyright 2008. I don't know which printing I have. But yeah, I did use this book on Canceled way back in the day. So that's my recommendation. And if James Scott Bell is listening, hopefully I'll meet you at a conference one day. I've used his writing advice for a lot of different things. I love writing from the middle. I like his superstructure. A lot of his craft writing books are exactly the way my brain works. You seem shaken, Uncle. Did the thieves do more than ransacked? Were you harmed? No violence befell me. Not all your creations emerged unscathed. Oh, pendulum. Its lanky brass form was bent and broken almost beyond recognition, gears visibly sprouting. Only its featureless head remained partially intact. Always clumsy, but never cruel. It never lifted a brass finger in its own defense. Oh, man. Ouch. I felt that. I felt that. Now it's doing these flashbacks. This is what I wanted. Coal liner sharpened her emerald gaze, a warrior's mask. Hardness settled. Remember that light. Let it guide you even in the darkest roads. And remember, Orion did say that the amulet marks those who had it. So Lysandra is connected to this amulet. So we got that built, which is great. All right. So let's see how many words we got that time. That's looking a lot better. I like it. I like it a lot. 17, 18. Let's go. That's what we want. This is fun. Anyone else having fun? Am I the only one having fun with this? I can't wait to sit and just read this stuff. Scene 5. Oh, and that's another cool thing about this methodology of writing. If you're working in here, you can literally internally, as you're like marking it up, you can highlight this and you can add a comment to yourself. So you have all of the functionality of other editing tools and stuff, but you have the added bonus of like AI is at your fingertips inside of Notion. So let's go ahead and get our characters and get our character mentioned. You forgot pendulum, but that's okay. Everyone forgets pendulum, the poor automaton. And I think now we're ready for scene 6. All right, that kind of like hallucinated a bit. Let's retry that. Whatever. It can be a little bit crazy. Let me look at the prompting for this. So the prompting in here, if you go into the edit the property, this is where you can kind of change it. Numbered list of story beats. Major plot points of the scene. Let's try that. I'm not the best at prompting yet in Notion. I'm still kind of learning how it thinks. Okay, that's fine. It is kind of a longer scene. Good to know. And the word count is 1751. So we'll put that in the word count here. And I think that does bring us over 10,000. Let's see. 9,608. We are almost there. And we are right on target. Okay. So if we are at 9,600 words with 5 scenes, even with cutting and adding and all that other jazz, it should be pretty close at that 10,000 mark. So we're right at about 2,000 words per scene. So this book is going to be probably about 70K. Perhaps more as we get into longer scenes. I mean, because it obviously just ask it to write 10,000 words and it gives you 3,000. So let's go ahead and get scene 6 done. We've got 10 minutes left of this time. I don't know if I'll get all 10 scenes done, but we'll come back for 9. We'll come back at 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to have to swap my laundry and everything. I am leaving tomorrow for Vegas and I'm so excited. 20 books to 50K is the conference right around the corner. Let's go to right here. I'm completely lost. I was thinking about something else. All right, come back to Preptober. Notions 21, mega prompt number 2. So we need scene writing brief number 6. Let's grab this puppy. And we have it. Writing style stays the same. And then writing brief. Writing brief. All the words. Now, I wonder how we are in context here. So just out of curiosity, I'm going to highlight everything. Word counter plus. We're at 11,000 plus whatever I've been pasting in, which each one of those has been 1,300. So we're well within the context window of Claude. We're okay. We're definitely okay. All right. Keep writing and connect scene 6 so it keeps story continuity. But follow the writing brief. Write at least 6,000 words because that was about the length that I wanted. Pretty good. Pretty well. Go, go, go. Speed writer. Scene 6. Here we go. And while that's doing that, let me go ahead and prep the mega prompt for scene 7 so that we can get this show on the road. Scene 7. And again, I will have to validate all of this stuff. What I'm doing, the reason I'm going fast is because to me, that's post-production. And basically I will be cleaning all of this up once I get it all written. And then that'll be basically the project for November. But this is definitely a lot of fun. And it's always easier to write if you have written, you know, make that easier. So we'll paste in scene 7, which we have. Okay, come over to Claude, see where we're at. The waxing moon hovered over the jagged skyline. Up, so she's going after the Shadow Guild. Here she goes. Go, Lysandra. Don't let him take your chrono amulet. That's just wrong. Only through shadow comes illumination. Yeah. Cannot delay much longer. Where had she heard it before? Patience, Lord Basil, is among the greatest virtues. Ooh, the moth flutters near the flame with each passing day. We'll pluck those lovely wings and seize our prize. She's mad. She's the moth. She's not the moth. She's a butterfly. Catastrophe for whom? Oh, so basically they took it and then they realized that they can't use it. Ha 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 ha. Isn't that always how it has? My fierce hawk. Then we have no time to waste. They need the amulet. What happened here? You have my oath. So is only Ash. In the days that followed. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. So now I'm realizing that the LLM really needs to know what the heck is happening in the overall story. It doesn't know. Oh, nuh-uh. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a twist I was not planning on. Shut up. It wasn't Orion. It was Celestia. That is not the end of scene 6. Continue the scene with scene 6. One of the timeless. And with his mysterious magic to freeze time, Lysandra is saved, snatches the amulet, and the scene ends on a cliffhanger with the airship above them and Orion offering her to come with him. That is not the end of scene 6. Let's go. But what I love, I was here for that. I was like, wait. Hold on. This is kind of changing here. But I like it. But wait, and then it wasn't Orion. Okay, now if it got me, it's going to get readers too, because I was convinced. I was like, that's Orion right there. Okay, I'm going to see how this goes. You're right. My previous ending did not align. Continuation. Farewell, little moth. I'm here, my love. Okay. Take this and go. Okay, so she's running. Unfamiliar hands. I like it. That's it. That's it. Okay, we can do that. That works perfectly. We'll blend these together later, but this is good enough. And yes. This is fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and have it start writing scene 7 while we're going. So it's 8:57. Claude, great. He is doing a great job. Sticking to the writing brief. Go scene 7. And I did copy the other things. This is why I like a jump cut. So if I come over to Preptober, I can come over to book analysis, and now we have scene 6. Open here, and I will paste this stuff in. The waxing moon. Lysandra stumbled back. Notes to myself. This needs blending. 3/4 in. Keep the Orion trick. That way I'll remember. By the way, our total words is 2,100. No, I don't want to do that. 2,100 words. And that literally, ladies and gentlemen, puts us over 10,000 words. Definitely for the day. That puts us at like in 2 hours, which I had to do all the prep work. Hopefully that helped showing people how to get the writing scenes. We have 35 scenes that I'm trying to run. I may not be able to run them all. So I have to go to Vegas tomorrow, and it's early in the morning, and no, I'm not packed, and no, my laundry's not done. So what is probably going to end up happening is I'm going to do the 11 to 2 p.m. one. We're going to get as much done as we can. I think we can easily hit 25,000 words. If that happens, what we will do is we will suspend the NaNoWriMo in a day. I know, but I mean, I demonstrated that this can be done if you just have the hours for it. And November 16th, I think, is what I'm looking at. Maybe not November 16th. Hold on. November 17th. My bad. November 17th is when I'm back from Vegas and all of that. And it'll be halfway through the month. And that'll be good. And we'll just finish off the story. It'll also possibly give time for me to go ahead and edit up the story so far. But I think that that's good. If we can't get 50,000 words today, fantastic. Okay. We will be writing from 11 to 1, not 11 to 2, 11 to 1 to this morning. So I will continue that. And then I think I'm doing the 2 to 4. Yeah, 2 to 4 because I have to coach volleyball at 5. But we'll see what happens. So scene 6 is there. We're at 11,708. Let's see what. Oh, it's still writing scene 7. Good. Never dot your place with me, little hawk. Okay, because she was stabbed. A transaction. Halting the sale. And the guild has inception grenades that warp perception, but we possess knowledge of their inner workings. Okay, a bedchamber. Oh, that's hot. I will allow no more space between us this night. Okay. for tonight's venture. Wait a minute. Hold on. No. Nope. Lead the way. We're not fighting this shadow, people. We gotta figure out the Camulet. This is not right. It doesn't know. It doesn't know the whole outline. That's the problem. That's my bad. Did my pet slip their leash? Okay. I don't dislike this writing, but we're not going to work with it. All right. We are at 9 o'clock. We did not quite get to scene 7. This is a little bit of a mess. The problem is that we're getting to the point in the story where as you move forward further into the story with AI, you really have to give it like an idea of where it is in the story, because otherwise it's just going to hallucinate and think that it needs to like wrap the story up. It needs to have the final confrontation. It doesn't have a context that this is scene 7 of 35. So we're going to just pause there. I'm not going to lose these words though, because you all know I'm a word hoarder. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to come over to this thing and I'm going to not put it there. I'll come over to auto write and I will say a page here and I will go scene 7 that went off the rails, Claude. All right. Yeah, that was off the rails, 2,400 words. So, all right. Well, 11,000 words in an hour, not shabby. Because we didn't start writing until 7:57. So I had a little bit more prep work. Again, I'll be back at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Let me check the chat, make sure there's nothing there. Gotta thank your AI sometimes. Yep. You just got 690 words when you asked for 500. You feel honored. I love that. Super useful to watch this. Thank you. Good job. Good use of the word blending. Yeah, I just have to put notes to myself. All right, everyone. Good luck in your NaNoWriMos. Keep working if you want to. I definitely need a break, but I will see you hopefully at 11 a.m. Eastern in just 2 hours. Take care. Bye.